Hi friends, this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. I had several emails asking me to do a Dollar Tree haul for kitchen stuff, so I did. And that's what this is. I'm going to show you the stuff that I bought. Now, when it comes to my kitchen, my baking and my cooking, I will put money into the products that really matter. But I will not spend money on something that I can find a cheaper way to do it. And the Dollar Tree, they got you covered. So if you're a new baker, a new cook, if you're new in kitchenware, or if you want to give like a great gift for a bridal shower, or your children's moving out and so you want to get them ready, go there first. Some of the things here, they're just so random, but they're absolutely amazing. I didn't pick up junk. They have, the Dollar Tree, they have some stuff that's like, yeah, you really don't want to get that. But they have some stuff that I go looking for rather than spending $8 on something, and I use it all the time. Here's an example. Okay, so in my opinion, I have a ton of spatulas. I'll call them scrapers because spatulas to me are what I spread the cake with. But the scrapers, what I'm going to scoop the bowl out and scrape the bowl out. Okay, so I'm going to call them scrapers. But they have, I have a ton of them. And some of them I put some pretty good money into it. But my absolute favorites are the one at the Dollar Tree. There's two kinds, okay? This one has, and they're both Betty Crocker, I think. Yeah, they're both Betty Crocker. This one has two sides to it, so, and that's really cool. And this comes off, so you can clean it really well. That's a big thing for me because gunk collects in there. So there's that. And then this one I love so much because the give on it is still, it's firm enough, but it's gonna just really hug those bowls tight, and that's what you want. I have one spatula that's firm. It's very rigid. And when I'm using something heavy like cookie dough or buttercream or something heavy, I want that firm, I want that almost shovel-like to hold the density of whatever I'm scooping out. But this is the one I'm almost always going for. You can look at my videos. This is the one you're going to see, and this one the most. And if I'm reaching for something else, it's probably because these are dirty. So yay, yay, yay on these. Okay. Another thing I really love, and I use all the time, is this this cookie spatula. First off, it's cute, but it's really practical. It really fits a big cookie and lets you take them off one at a time. I love this. I love this, and I'm actually kind of glad that I got another one. Okay, now here's one of the things where you're going to need this. You're going to need, I call it a planer, but it's a cheese grater. So when you're zesting, you need a good one. Now, you can go out and spend $10, $15 for a really good one, or just get one of these, especially if you're not going to do it a lot. Get one of these for $1. Use it until, and they do wear out. Did you know that? They do wear out. The blade gets dull after a while. Toss it and go get another one. So in a year, you spent $2, And like I said, if you're not using it a whole lot, if you use it a whole lot, go ahead and put money into a good one. But even that's going to wear out. So that's my thought process is I don't want to spend $20 on something that I'm going to replace in a year. I can spend $1 and replace that in a year and be happy. And when you're looking for a grater, you want to kind of see how rough it is against your fingers. You want it really rough. That's going to be a long-lasting grate. So there's that. Another thing I got, which I think is really kind of cool, I will be one day, I'm going to be redoing this kitchen. But until then, you kind of have to make do with what you have and kind of fix it up a little bit in simple, inexpensive ways, because you don't want to go and put a glass backsplash when you're going to knock it down in a year or so. Why do that? But they have these things. It seems really corny, but these things are so cool. And they have them in all sorts of different styles and patterns. And you probably know what it is, but it's just a. Okay, let me see how big it is. It's pretty big. Now, it's got a real thin sheet, and then you put it on like window tint, kind of, you know. So you peel it, and it's got a tack here. And when you're putting it up, you're going to get rid of all these bumps and creases. Okay, so you line it up. Then you take a credit card and just start scraping it out and smoothing it out. And I'm going to put it up, and I'll show you the after job. This is because I think it's cool. And will I keep it? I don't know. I'll have to see. But for $1, I can throw it away if I don't like it. Okay, another thing I got is this cupcake holder. Okay. There's some things, like I said, at Dollar Tree that you really just don't want to get. There's plastic, and then there's plastic. And I know you know what I mean. This is plastic, and this is the difference. It's a buck, and it doesn't look cheap. So if you have a gift that you want to give for like a teacher's lounge or a doctor's office or whatever, just a thank you, I would have no problem sticking in 9 cupcakes here and just handing it off. That's fun. That's fun. And I would collect these just for that purpose. So I only got 1. But I'll go back and get more. But you have to pick up what you want at the time because they change all the time. It's kind of funny. Okay, another thing I got are these little plastic silver forks. They're little baby ones. I do a lot of food tastings, and my chef's table, every little individual dish is proportioned just so. And with food tastings, the last chef's table, I think I had, oh my gosh, I'm going to say 12 courses. So there's 24 in each bag. I got 2 bags of each. So for $4, I got about 100 pieces of plasticware that looks cute, that's going to serve the purpose. My granddaughter loves eating ice cream out of the little spoons. So what? It's a $1, you know, play with it. Okay, this thing. It is a cooling rack, but I'm not going to use it for a cooling rack. This, and really, seriously, when you're going down the aisle, think outside the box. Don't think that, oh, well, that's a cooling rack, but what I really need is... So, when I make chili rellenos, or when I want to roast my California chilies, I'll put them on here. If I have something I want in the oven that I need a little bit of air underneath, this is the one I use, not the coated ones, because I don't want that coating to melt. I mean, what are you doing? So this is just a metal rack. I'll put that on my cookie sheet. I'll put some chicken on here or whatever, so you got the air circulating around. It's not just sitting on the pan. That's going to give you crispness and goodness. So that's actually quite a good find. We're almost done. We're almost done. Okay, another thing. You know how you look at my videos and you'll see how I always have my mise en place, my things in place. And I've got bowls for, big bowls for flour, smaller bowls for sugar, smaller bowls for, you know, an egg, and even tiny little ones for a teaspoon of salt. Okay. Again, I do that so I check off my list, make sure I have what I need, and then I'm good to go. Well, they have these little ones. It's a 4-pack for $1, glass. How big is it? It's probably about half a cup. I'm ballparking it, but I remember I'm trying to go through my brain seeing what I put in my bowls. And I got a ton of these in different sizes because I really just don't know what I'm going to use them for. But I got a ton of these, and for $1 you get 4. This is really, really a very good thing to have. And I love that they put the glass. Oh, okay, this one. Here, let me show you. Well, I'm gonna talk about this first, then I'm gonna show you the end result. Okay, so these little terracotta pots, they are. You could decorate them individually if you want. You can leave them as they are. You can just paint them a solid color. You can do so much with just this alone. But when you stop and you put a cupcake in it, then it is an absolute darling place tag. You put a cupcake and maybe a name on it, and you have a place marker. You can put a bunch of them together, and you've got it with flowers on it, and you have a garden. Here, look, watch this. Oh! Oh! Right? Right? Adorable. And there's 3 of them in here. So, you know, get a few and you have a dozen, and you got a pretty garden centerpiece. Oh, so cute. That's when I had my bakery. And the last thing is this, it's actually called a cutting board. Okay. Personally, I don't like glass cutting boards. I mean, they're pretty, but pretty is not always productive. And I like productive. They've got these little tabs on it, so it's going to keep it, you know, raised just a tiny bit. Well, this is perfect for a hot plate. And if you have a Cricut or one of those toy things, you put a pretty design on the back, and then you have, you know, something cool to look at. But not a cutting board for me, but I know people who love only glass cutting boards, and they always get mine. But this one I'll use for a hot plate, you know, and just to keep it up. Those are my Dollar Tree finds, and there's some really good stuff in there. And like I said, the stuff that I go for often, and I go through often, that's where I go to get them. Like knives. Okay, with my experience and with all that I do, you probably think, man, you must have one of the best knife sets around. And boy, would I love to, but I'm not going to go and spend $1,000 on knives. That's just not my life. I'll go to the Dollar Tree, pick up a couple of sharp ones, and toss them when I'm done. Because I know me, I'm not going to sharpen them. That sound, it does something to my ears, like scratching, so I don't sharpen my knives. I'll hone it, which kind of, you know, puts a point back together. But yeah, I'll put money on what I'll put money on. But if I can get away with doing it on a budget, I'm in that, baby. Okay, guys, that's my haul, and that was fun. There were so many other things that I wanted to get, and I had to put the brakes on. But I'll do another haul for cake supplies. Unfortunately, that's not $1, but there's some fun stuff there. We'll do that. Okay, my friends, until next time, happy baking.
That was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.